from our last tale. I dare you to be able to sneak up on me.
Viola, I dare you. Next time we go to a magic shop, buy me whatever I request that you have the gold for.
Who taught you to play your instruments? I dare you to juggle 3 of those little rocks that Snow found.
How long ago did your dad die?
Why did you pour the blood on the embers?
I think we should go back down into that cave.
I think we should prepare for it. If we're going to go back down there, we need to be well prepared, not fumbling and wandering our way down there.
Hey, if you assume the worst, and then it turns out not to be the case, then all it is better from there.
Just so long as you don't think the world's too dark. There's a lot of beauty in the world, which is simply beauty. And I think that should be appreciated too.
You get a sense, also, which surprises you a little bit, off of Viola.
He does have the armor of invulnerability.
It's been in my family for generations! Now,
Can I tell anything about the sense of magic? Sorry, I probably interrupted
School?
exactly.
Yeah, because the school of magic you would get for it, wouldn't you?
So it says, if you sense magic this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura. So if you're going to investigate further...
Yeah, she's surprised by it. She doesn't like surprises, so she's going to.
So you see the aura around her, and it appears to be a necrotic magic.
You
It
look
almost
puzzled,
seems
Ste'yn.
like
What's up?
the player seems confused by this.
Viola.
Yes?
Yes, Viola. What magic do you have on you?
Nothing that I guess the little coin that you gave me the other day, but I don't
That's
think
no
it's-
longer magical.
I shouldn't have anything.
Right.
Why?
Ste'yn's gonna walk up closer to her and look at that smudge that she saw earlier.
Okay.
And try to rub it with her finger, like see if she can clean it off of the armor.
Okay.
There's something not right. Don't get scared.
You start to rub your thumb on it, or maybe grab a napkin or something, and it doesn't come up.
Is this... Ste'yn will gesture to what she's trying to clean off. Is this usually on your armor?
No, I don't think so. What is it?
I don't know exactly what it is, but it is some sort of magic at work, or a remnant of magic. Necromancy.
How do I get it off?
Do you want me to figure out what it is?
Possibly, because that cloud that was around her when we were down last time, it disappeared when we came up. I wonder if it'll reappear when we go back down.
Oh, no, if it is, I'm not going.
That would be the worst.
Well, should we go down there and see if it appears? It might not.
Let me
No.
just identify this really quick.
You're going to use the 10 minutes?
Yes.
First, we're waiting
No.
8
How-
hours,
how-
now another 20 minutes of you ritual
How long
casting.
We're getting down there. What was that, Viola?
I was gonna say, is that gonna use up Ste'yn's detect magic? Should she?
Oh, yeah.
Is
With
that
the
gonna make
ritual.
it run
Oh, wait,
out?
detect magic, I think, lasts for an hour, doesn't it? Or is it 10 minutes?
An hour?
It's 10
Yeah.
minutes.
10 minutes.
So,
Concentration 10 minutes.
But she
Yeah.
cast it as a ritual, she said, so she can just do it again.
You guys can
Yeah,
ritual it together at the same time.
So
Okay,
while
what's
I'm
happening?
casting Identify for 10 minutes, you can just ritually recast Detect Magic.
yeah, Ste'yn will do that. She's wise enough to know to do that.
Viola's
Okay.
gonna
Alright.
start she's gonna try and grab some kind of cloth and just keep rubbing at it.
And
Alright,
nothing
sit down
comes up.
and just stay still for a few minutes.
Well,
and I
how
will
would
figure
the
this out.
team feel if while you guys do all this, I could just run on down there, grab the crown, and be on back?
I think that's
No.
a terrible idea because if there's something waiting down there,
Okay.
Yeah.
Counterpoint. What if I create a mind link with somebody, then run down, and then I could be like, oh, there's something in here, and then be on back.
It's not going to take that long. Just practice some patience.
I've waited 8 hours already.
So 10 minutes should make no difference. That's very small compared to 8 hours.
I'm just saying, patience has not been the issue this whole time.
Snow is going to sit down on the floor next to Viola, gesture for her to sit as well, and he's just going to start humming to himself and doing his magic, muttering under his breath, tracing the sigils in the air, all the things.
You know that there is magic, but you don't get the sense that you are touching like a magical suit of armor or a magical something. It's not telling you that she is carrying or you are touching a magic item or anything that is imbued with magic.
So where is the magic coming from? Because Ste'yn would have known where, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and she went immediately for that.
Okay,
spot.
so Ste'yn knows that the magic is coming from this point. Snow touches that point, doesn't learn anything. All right, interesting.
Nothing.
Which
It's
makes me wonder if it's natural somehow.
If it's
Please.
natural, wouldn't it come off?
Not necessarily. Some natural things are pretty sticky. Does Snow know of any sort of creature that could cause this kind of effect?
Give me a history check.
14.
A creature that could cause this kind of effect. To the best of your knowledge, the only thing that might come to mind, not any kind of specific creature, only maybe something a creature might have touched, residue potentially, but not much. That's gonna. It seems odd.
I don't know. That's really strange. There's definitely magic here,
Oh, yes.
some kind.
well, it seems like it's not negatively hurting her.
Well, maybe we should carry on, and if it starts to negatively impact her, we'll find a way to stop it.
Correct. Sounds fine.
If
All
the
right,
if the gross cloud comes back, I'm coming back up here.
that is
Understood.
understandable. No worries.
So then down we go.
So you return. This time you have a better sense of where to step. When you do step back down, just as it happened when the three of them, not you, Beau, because you
Yeah.
fell in, but when they stepped in, the sconces lit up.
Right, so... Oh, don't leave me behind!
Oh, you guys are far behind. We're like going up the thing
We're
already.
going.
Sliding thing! Okay.
Yeah, we're already back in this
So
room.
you went straight back to the
Round room.
throne
Am I
room?
detecting any magical things as I go?
No, not well. Yeah, no.
All
Oh
the
yeah, no. You
sconces.
step down here and the whole room the whole cavern lights up. Everything in here is lit up.
It's lit.
It's lit.
Listen.
You want to know where the clubbing places were?
Let's go.
Is it all... She's gonna stop and look at a few things. Does it all seem to be the same school of magic? Necromantic?
In general, yes. In general, you're getting a lot of that necrotic sense. Everything that really feeds into what you figured before, which was
Yeah.
that this is a place of darkness. You do see on things like those boxes, the crates, the table, those have something mixed in slightly different. It doesn't make it seem particularly worse, but something about those items have another sense of magic to them. Give me an investigation roll as you pass by either like the table and that crate.
That's an 18.
Beautiful. What you notice is that so everything down here feels ancient in a way. The crates and the tables and the boxes have that same sense, but the wood itself looks new. It looks like it ought to be strong. It looks like maybe it's preserved in a kind of way, despite that it's broken down and cracked and the like. The wood itself seems to be preserved somehow.
Ste'yn will then catch up with the rest of the party.
Snow, you want to go and grab that?
Don't touch anything till I get up there.
Okay, well, sorry, I didn't realize you were stopping to look at everything.
Don't touch everything.
Don't you only got
you
10
touch a
minutes on that thing?
I'm guessing the cloud didn't come back.
The cloud did not come back.
Viola is signed for sacrifice.
Residue.
Is everything in this chamber the same as it was, other than the embers are no longer lit?
Everyone entering. No, Snow. Since you asked, you can give me an investigation check as well.
So just everybody.
If you're looking closely. Snow had asked a
17.
specific question. Okay.
I was
17.
thinking the same thing. I was getting ready to
10.
ask the same thing.
Perfect. You go back into the room. It does look the same in that the fire, or those little embers that burn hot like a fire, those are gone. And you see your discarded water skin with the red dripping the neck of the bottle, still just dripping. You also notice, as you're now able to see it closer without all of the burning, the two of you notice these kind of scratch marks in a few places. So you see it at the base of the boulder where those steps begin. You see it around that bloody pit. And well, from where you're standing, that's what you can see for now. Viola, what languages do you speak?
Common and Elvish.
Okay. With a 17 investigation, I'll still say that these scratch marks look very intentional. Like they were very purposefully scratched in a very particular order, a very particular set. But you couldn't say otherwise from there. But it is definitely purposeful.
Is she saying anything about it or no?
I'm trying to decide if she would. I don't know if she would or not.
Well,
Maybe she
everything
had pointed
looks about the
out.
same.
Were these scratches here the first time?
What scratches?
Where are
These
they?
scratches at the bottom of the. Do you say it was at the base of the steps or just at the base of the boulder?
The base of the steps, which is the bottom of the boulder. The
These-
boulder here and over here with the bloody pit.
Oh, interesting.
Right
I didn't.
here and right here. They almost kind of look like, I don't know. It kind of reminds me like when you do tallies when you're counting, maybe, or something. I don't know, but they don't look random per se. But I don't sense any meaning in them.
Look like a language.
Not one that I know.
That was to the DM.
Yeah, it's not one she knows, but in that same, the way that you would learn rhetoric and you'd learn your proper dot your I's and cross your T's, you just can't read it. What languages do you speak? Or could speak because you're a bard.
Celestial, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish.
Can Beau read it?
Looks ugly.
Can Beau read it?
Potentially. Is Beau entering the room in order to read it? Because it can't
Oh,
read
how
from
close?
there.
How close do I have to get?
Well, it's here.
Okay, so if he's there, he can read it, or at least attempt to read it. He could see it.
I mean,
Well, Viola saw it when she was standing right here.
How far back was she? Oh, I assumed she moved closer. That was my mistake. It's not teeny tiny writing. It looks almost as if it were a placard, like one was meant to, like presented. What languages do you speak, Beau? Or do you understand?
So I understand Thieves' Cant, Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
Okay. These look like really ugly, bold letters that you could read.
Thank goodness we have a variety.
After I should have made you roll. Actually, go ahead and roll. I mean, you could read it. Go ahead and roll. Give me a history check. Another one. 'Cause you're good at those.
Since I can read it, do I have any advantage on this history check?
Because you're refusing to get any closer, no. But if you'd like to
okay.
go closer, you can.
Well, I got 14.
That's fine. Yes, it is infernal. And those, you can see what it says at the base of the boulder. At the base of the steps on the boulder, it reads, "Flood it through my blood."
I can't read it at all. He's gonna just back up again.
I love Beau.
Not at all. None of us.
Oh, you can't read it either?
No. Could be very helpful.
Snow's gonna go over to the one near the blood. Does it look the same as the other one?
It does. And I'll let you make a history check if you want to try and identify potentially what language it might be, even if you cannot
Heck
read
yeah,
it yourself.
19.
Yeah, it's written in Infernal.
Oh, you know, I don't know it. I can't read it, but I can tell this definitely looks like it's Infernal. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to learning that one yet. Next
Well,
on the list.
Try and copy it down, and maybe we can take it to someone and they can
Maybe we
read
can find
it to
someone
us.
who
idea.
knows it. Yeah.
Good idea. No, we'll copy down both of them.
Let's see, I
Are
don't
they
think I have
like
any paper.
identical or?
They don't look identical, just the same language.
Okay, he will copy both of them down then.
Is there... So you said there's nothing on this? Or do we not know if there's anything on it yet?
On what?
On the pedestal here.
The throne?
Yeah.
The crown is still there.
Yeah, but there's no
Just sitting there.
writings on it?
Oh,
Yeah, pretty
so
high
you
up.
went up to the top. There is writing there as well. On
Alright.
the back of the throne, you see the writing. At the top of the throne, on the backboard, you see it reads, this is Beau, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. It reads, "I am more than some eager blood."
Does that ring any bells to him? Is that like a phrase or anything like that that he may have heard of?
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay, just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Right. Ooh, 6.
Sounds like some wild gibberish to you, which makes sense for crazies who would collect gigantic piles of blood.
Alright, so we came in here for this crown. Should we take it? Are you good, Ste'yn?
Ste'yn's gonna... Does detect magic sensing anything in this room? She's walking around looking at stuff.
Everything lit up.
Is the crown lighted?
included. Mhm.
She's going to follow Beau up the steps and look a little bit closer at the crown. Not touching it, but trying to get an exact read on its school of magic and such to make sure she
Sure.
has as much information on it as she can.
Everyone who is up by the crown, can you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Good thing Viola's not up here.
Natural
Lucky Viola.
20.
Wow.
Oh, 15.
Boom.
What was that other
Oh, my-
natural number you were able to get?
It's a natural one.
Mhm.
Oh no! Our cleric!
No. No.
No, don't worry. It's fine. I promise. Everything's fine. It's exactly what
Everything
you want
was
to
not
happen.
Always
But in
good
fact,
to roll
everything was
natural
fine.
ones on saves.
Listen. So you guys are observing the crown. You let Ste'yn come up and do her thing so that, once she's comfortable with it, then yeah, you might be able to take it with you. Ste'yn, you begin kind of observing it, not touching it, but just being near enough to let it kind of wash over you, to start to allow the faint auras to differentiate themselves in your mind, in your understanding. The aura that comes from this crown begins as one that makes you very uncomfortable. But the longer that you're with it, the more you realize that this is nothing that needs to make you uncomfortable. This is something that it makes perfect sense that you should take this with you. You can have the proper authorities, take a look at it closer if it's something that feels out of your control. Surely you guys know how to handle this. You guys are not children. You are not immature. You'd be able to handle something like this. No matter what magic you'll later, get Snow to identify, you'll handle this with all the correct precautions once you take it out of here.
Right.
You might even enjoy, perhaps, if you wore it on the way out. But that's up to you. It will make its way out because you know how to handle this. But you may even get a better sense if you were to observe it and wear it.
All right, so we're good. Like, I can take it, Ste'yn.
Ste'yn will pick it up.
With her, no, you're wearing gloves.
Yeah,
she has gloves
with your bare hands.
With her gloved hands.
So what do you get from the crown? Can you sense it's School of Magic? Anything?
There's something with it, but it's nothing. I don't think it's anything we can't handle. We should be good to take it out with us.
Well, that's a turn.
Sometimes things surprise you.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Did Snow sense some sort of like mental intrusion that he fought off, or is that totally passive?
The only thing that you really notice is, well,
like for example, like if I had Dominate Person and I tried to cast that on someone, if they succeeded, they would still know. Like, yeah, you just cast a spell on it.
No, so
That
you
sort
don't
of
get a
thing.
sense that strong. It's certainly not that
Okay.
strong.
Okay.
But you definitely get a sense by being near it that it, and you already know there's something going on with this crown, but it gives you a sense of you do want to be near it, which you already did. So that seems to track. But it does seem to have an aura about it that makes you want to be near it.
Hmm.
Seems powerful. Seems something good to have with you.
Interesting. I would definitely like to identify that.
Now?
No, not right now.
You'll have to
sit
ask
down
Ste'yn
right
nicely.
here and
Right, so there's another tunnel to explore?
Yes, but I think we were gonna drop that up top and then come back
We can just
down,
keep it
was
with us while we go. Wouldn't want to leave it unprotected, up there without any sort of guard. Shiny objects tend to attract people and things. And she'll give Beau a pointed look. People like to try to steal things sometimes.
Suppose.
Well,
Snow's going to
go.
go over to the blood and just, can he see, like, he wants to investigate this part of the room very closely, like anything
roll
in the
investigation.
blood, if there's any possible way to figure out what kind of blood it is, like what it came from.
Oh, has it glown
Go ahead,
because
roll.
of detect magic at all? The blood?
Does what?
Has the blood glowed because of detect magic at all?
Yeah, everything was lighting up for her. Blood
Okay.
included.
The whole room is
A
blazing.
10.
Is lit. A 10.
Yeah.
You can peek over and see very clearly. So the blood itself, it's I don't know how much you know about creatures and their blood. I don't know that's necessarily your wheelhouse as far as storytelling goes, but
I mean, jack of all trades.
sure. I didn't take you for a macabre writer. But it looks like any scrape or cut you've gotten as a child. It looks like it could easily be humanoid blood. Inside, though, if you peek over, there is definitely just a slew of shiny down there. I mean, like somebody is trying to be a dragon for Halloween and bought out a store's worth of those fake gold coins. Like there are coins. It is a pile down there.
That is a lot of gold. Wow.
What?
Gold?
In the blood, there's like, look, it's a ton of gold.
Isn't
Ste'yn
that what
will
they
go-
Said
call
gold
blood
in
money?
a blood vault. That was good. I mean, I guess a good place if you don't want it stolen. Not many people would stick their hands in there, but I mean, still.
And that is a
Does
lot
it
of
make-
money.
Yeah, Beau,
Does
are
it
you
make-
gonna reach your hands in here and get any of this
Beau,
gold?
does that
no,
make Beau
thank you.
squeamish? Because he doesn't like dead bodies.
Beau definitely backed up a little.
What? Beau, I thought gold was your wheelhouse.
I
It
mean,
could be offerings to whatever deity or whatever this place is for.
So I have a theory. What if you put the crown in the blood?
Why?
They
Why?
seem linked somehow. I mean, I don't think it will hurt it.
Is there still blood in Snow's skin sitting there?
And it looks just as fresh as if it were a fresh wound.
Why don't we just
Oh, that's
take
weird.
some of the blood in the water skin with us and we can test our theories later if we really want to?
Wait, what theories do we have on this?
I think we've got a lot of different theories and I'm not even sure how many of them make sense, but
I think this is just fact-finding tool. We collect all the things, we bring them back up to the hovel, and then after we're done exploring down here, we figure it out. We test our theories. I can identify some stuff.
So what about the theory of the crown going in the blood?
that's why I'm saying we take some of the blood with us, because then if something else
Yeah.
happens to the crown when we take it out, we haven't like ruined the crown with the blood or whatever, and we can test the blood
That is
crown
a good
theory
point.
later.
I guess maybe if you guys wrote down whatever's over there, you might be able to see how connected they might be, if we can get it translated.
Oh yeah, I wrote down all of it. I got it.
All right.
So Viola will fill up the water skin and cap it off, and
So we're down
Take
3
it with
water
her.
skins of water at this point.
It is not a language that you know, Snow. If you were going to try and copy it, I would have you roll. Give me.
Wait, which? The writing near the blood.
All of it's the same language.
Isn't it kind of etched though? Can he just do an etching?
like hold the paper up and
I'm
Do
not here to
the-
suggest how people do it. You
That's
tell
how I
me
pictured
what
it
you
going.
I
want me
thought
to
that
do.
was. I thought that was the infernal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I rolled earlier to
So
see
you
if I
know
recognized
what
it,
language
and
is, but
right.
yeah.
I recognized that it was infernal.
Yeah.
In order to, if you were to just try and copy and be like, "Yep, I'm writing these words in infernal," is different than like, you know, just like I know English, I know Common, I'm just gonna jot it down. Like it's either gonna take you a little bit to make sure you're getting it right, if you want to ensure you're getting it right, or I guess Beau also suggested if you want to do it like Tracy style.
I mean, that's
I'll let
just
you-
how I personally pictured it, because if it's on stone, it must be etched in some way from the
Mhm.
sounds of it. So I personally would have just like did a
Yeah, my thought there is that
trace.
it's a little trickier to do it as a language that is so far from one you might know, in order to make sure
Okay,
you were getting it
sure.
correct.
Right. All right.
Mhm.
He'll use Beau's idea then, and just get
Okay.
a
Make a rubbing of it.
right.
That seems more fair than if you were trying to sketch it out or like write it out. I'd be like, "Give me an intelligence check."
It would take a while.
Sure. Okay. I'm sorry. Carry on.
All right. Well,
Alright, so we
if
still have
you've
the
got
other-
that Viola. Should we check out the other tunnel?
I think that's the next spot.
let's go.
So as Snow got somewhat close to Beau, Beau's going to whisper to him as he was passing by. Can you pass back?
Can you pass back, please?
I don't know where you are, but
Oh well, I was. Oh,
There you are.
you're facing a different way. That's right. I forgot you couldn't see me either. So he's gonna whisper.
where are you?
Did you hear anything when we were up by that crown?
No, did you?
No.
Guess it's fine then.
I mean, I guess maybe it was just the fire. All right, and there's Snow heading down.
He's gonna like knock on the boulder just to see if it like sounds hollow or something to test his theory of something being inside. He's just gonna.
Okay.
Sounds
Sounds like a
solid.
boulder.
All right, on we go.
Yeah. As Snow turns around, Beau's gonna take a quick look at the writing over here.
Go for it. First, give me a Constitution check, please.
It was Constitution check or save?
It is a. Thank you.
I get the same thing for each, so I guess it doesn't matter.
That's fair, but I should know.
I just
That's
realized.
just a con check. Just a check.
19.
Okay.
Nice.
What were you looking at?
The writing.
Which writing?
By the pool of blood.
By the blood. That one says, "Dream with your eyes closed."
Beau's gonna close his eyes for a second and see if anything happens.
You close your eyes and you wait. You kind of let the mustiness of the cave just settle over you. Through it, not really allowing you to kind of settle properly and pay any close attention, is just that constant coppery smell and taste that's just sitting in the back of your throat. When you open your eyes, nothing's changed.
Well, that's grand. He's gotta turn around and leave.
All that for nothing.
It's the last time I dream.
Dreams are for suckers.
Alright, so we're in the main hub going up now.
Mm-hmm.
Working that way.
All right, so
Right.
you start heading up.
Is Ste'yn still holding the crown?
She has it. Yeah, she's still holding it.
Just in your hands, you're just walking with it in your hands.
She has it in one of her hands. She's has it by her
Alright.
side.
You rolled a
Not
nat
quite-
a nat one
nat
on
one.
that charisma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Is
Because, I mean,
anybody-
you're holding it,
Then-
that's all well and good, but, like, you know,
is anybody else on the
it's not
up?
doing anything in your hand. It's fine, I guess, you know. It's, whatever, it's fine.
Ste'yn, do you want me to put that in my pack with the other
No,
things
no.
that we found?
I'll hold on to this until we. For now.
Or you want to? It's pretty dark.
That's why someone who is more attuned to the light should probably hold it.
A little bit offended, but okay.
I meant no offense, but I believe by my vocation, I am more naturally attuned to and used to the power of the light and the way it impacts the world.
Sure.
It's sort of what I do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But if it's so bad, why do you want to hold it?
That way it
Wouldn't-
won't hurt
don't you-
any of you if it hurts anyone.
Do you think
I'd
it's gonna
rather
hurt
it hurt-
you?
I don't think so. But if there was a chance it
why
would
you
hurt
worry?
someone, I'd rather it be me.
It definitely won't hurt you, Ste'yn. Definitely not.
It won't hurt me. Not at all. But I know not the same for you.
I think I'd look fabulous with it on, personally. But okay.
Are you guys coming or what?
Yeah.
After that remark, Ste'yn will push back her cloak, her hood, and put the crown on her head as though to prove a point.
Excellent.
Ste'yn,
Whoa! All right.
I don't know if you should be putting that on your head.
I don't
It
know.
looks
It looks
great.
kind of dashing on her.
It's not going to hurt anyone.
You don't know that. I haven't identified it yet. Could be cursed. I was joking. I mean, it would look great on me, but I was joking.
You and Beau have been talking all day and night about putting this crown on or doing something with it.
I mean, I
Not
wanted to either
true.
destroy, utilize, or sell it.
Anyway, we have a tunnel to explore, don't we?
Alright, well, I'm moving on then.
Okay.
Oh, there's
I
something
was
down
going
this
to
hallway
reach
over
up
here.
to grab the crown off of her head.
Ste'yn swats his hand away.
I didn't even have to tell her. She knows.
He just stands there and he stares at her, making direct eye contact.
I said I got it. You can trust me with this.
I did trust you before this.
You know, what if we
Would
just...
you guys?
What if we just decide as a group? Yesterday, we had a whole issue about the group not having a decision on something. Why don't we just decide on whether or not you should be blinging out with a crown on your head?
If it's an issue that blinging out, she'll pull her hood up and cover the crown and her.
Okay, sorry. you having the crown on your head. Let's see if do we as a group have issue with it.
I do, because we don't know what it does. So I think it should be identified first. For now, I think it should go in a bag.
See, I'm kind of torn because I've never seen Ste'yn this laid back, but that also makes me feel defensive.
It's not good if she's this laid back and nonchalant. And yesterday she had no idea about any of this stuff, and now she's just kind of being willy-nilly with it. It's a total change of character that I have not seen before, and I'm not sure about it.
But should we not embrace that change in her
has
character? Should we not embrace it, though? That's what I'm wondering. Because maybe...
I don't know about it when it comes to things down here.
See, that's the thing.
Upstairs, when she's showing us her face and her hair.
There was something bad there, but it turns out it wasn't the crown.
But that's not what you said earlier at all. Ste'yn, give us...
Alright, I have an
take it
idea.
off.
How about
Take it off.
Viola takes the crown? She's been the least
No.
interested out of any of us. I think she's the
needs to
most
go-
partial person to carry it. That's my vote. Viola carries the crown.
In a bag. I am fine with that. We need to find out what it does first. Could be anything. You don't just go round willy-nilly.
Putting on jewelry.
Ste'yn,
I didn't go round willy-nilly.
Ste'yn.
You picked it up and put it on. Take it off.
I did put it on. It's not going to
Take it
hurt
off.
me.
Just Ste'yn. Why are you so sure that it's fine when yesterday you were so sure that it wasn't?
I hadn't looked at it yesterday.
But
Not
you've looked at
close.
everything else down here, and everything else down here is bad.
It's
Why
dark.
are you so attached to it now?
Why wouldn't I be?
Okay, honestly, guys, this is holding us up quite a bit. Can you just
Agreed.
take that
Ste'yn,
off of your
take it
head
off.
already? I don't understand what the big deal is here.
Saying we're fine with you keeping it. I just don't know if it's the best idea for you to have it on your head. Would you please just take it off of your head and hold it, and we will not take it from you.
I don't know
No,
if
it
she
needs to
can
go in
take
the
it
bag.
off now. She's torn.
Okay, this
Oh.
is ridiculous. Beau's just
I
gonna
will
go over
let-
and try and take it off of her head.
Hmm?
He said this
Oh,
is...
he's gonna just try and grab it?
Yes.
Ste'yn slaps his hand away.
He's
Don't
going-
touch me.
He's going to continue anyway. We got places to
Ste'yn
go!
will grab his arm and push him away.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
While Beau is distracting her, Snow's going to turn invisible and go up behind her and take it off.
Give me a stealth check. Ste'yn, you can roll perception with disadvantage, please.
19.
I know she has really good perception, though.
No, I'm not proficient in perception.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was. Oh.
She's definitely not.
No.
She got a 4, I mean a 6.
So as Beau is reaching and you are literally just height difference are able to almost just hold him off the ground by his arms to stop him from reaching towards your head, you suddenly feel this, for just a moment, it's this horrible weight, lack of weight, this lightness as your hood is taken back and the crown removed from your head. Give me another charisma saving throw. And I need Snow to do the same.
Oops, well, doesn't matter. They actually rolled at disadvantage again, but there are those 2s.
But it's the same!
How is
Also, I
only
was going
one
to say,
better
he's-
than the
he's-
first time?
He's going. I will also say that his intention, at least, this is what he's going to try to do. He's
Mhm.
going to grab it with the edge of his cape, so he doesn't touch it with his bare hands,
Sure.
and then immediately put it into a pack. That's his aim, at least. 24.
Wow.
Boo.
Yeah, you are
Charismatic
able.
boy.
You full on, sort of net that thing, like just wrap it and pocket it.
He knows a few magic tricks. Poof. Made the crown disappear.
And Ste'yn, the moment you realize that it is no longer on your head, you're not angry so much as you are very. You're upset. You're more like sad. Like there is a presence that is no longer with you. It's almost as if you were in the middle of, say, communing with your goddess, and all of a sudden just the connection was gone. There's this like emptiness that you're feeling. as it is no longer on your head, or even on your person.
Or
not
even
in your
visible.
hand.
Yeah, Snow backs up afterwards. He's not staying near her. And staying invisible, maintaining concentration.
Ste'yn whirls around trying to figure out where it went. Who?
Snow, Beau's gonna back up now.
Oh.
The deed is done.
Why would you do that?
I mean, I technically didn't do anything well, okay, I didn't successfully do anything.
Gone.
Are you okay?
Yeah, so
How are you
there's-
feeling?
There's more caves up here, though, if we want.
We have a tunnel to explore,
Yes.
and she's just going
Let's
to
go.
stalk down the tunnel.
Stomp.
She's so miserable.
She throws her hood back up and just heads down the tunnel.
Tantrum.
So did tears. Oh my goodness.
There's a little section over here.
So you notice a short walkway to your left.
I'm not going in there with you. You can explore it by yourself. I don't want another cloud.
I don't want another cloud. All right. So around these torches, you see the small clearing in the stone. This forms this room. It's about 15 feet around, just all around. The ground has like these small dark spatterings. There's this one smooth crate to your right. The lid is slightly popped open, and you see a stained silver knife that sits on top of it. And then there are two square pits on the far side of the room. They look like on first blush, they just kind of go, they probably go about 20 feet deep. And you see that there's the ground inside of it appears to be covered with these mounds of dirt and little, you can't quite tell from there what it is. It's darker in that room, but there's some things that are in that dirt.
Something's in the dirt.
But it's hard to tell from here. You'd have to kind of look. If you want to see closer, I'd let you do an investigation check.
All right. I would like to see closer.
Okay, go for it.
Investigation away. Boo.
Ste'yn investigates you.
Did I fail the investigation?
Ste'yn, you can go in and investigate as well.
10.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
You
try.
decide while you do it.
Well, I'm gonna try
Same.
to redeem myself with the psionic
Add
dice.
investigate.
Whatever might be in there is just
Okay, I got
not
11.
nearly
How
as
does that
nice.
do?
Wow. Okay.
In that case.
So you both kind of lean over to look closer. Before I tell you what the investigation does, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Woo!
so
Let's hope
bad at
Ste'yn's more
this.
dexterous. Hey!
There we go.
Hey, that was unexpected.
No. Why? Every single dexterity chance he gets!
Also unexpected.
Every
An
dexterity
18 for
chance!
Ste'yn and a 7 for Beau.
Use another psionic die.
I can't, it's a saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot.
So, Ste'yn, you feel this kind of almost like a vacuuming of something pulling you close. The shock of it is enough to kind of knock you to your senses. You imagine maybe that's what it is, and your mind is kind of cleared as you kind of brace yourself and stay standing. Beau, this took you by surprise, this kind of suctioning feeling as you are pulled forward and topple into the pit.
Of course.
You land.
Back into a pit.
Ah!
You land on a soft mound of dirt, at least. That is also, you now can see, despite the investigation, has numerous bones in the dirt.
Anything?
Are you okay?
Laura.
Beau!
Oh, my boy.
I think I'm okay. There's bones.
Bones.
Yeah, just bones though. They must have been here a while.
Do you think
Can I
that's where the blood came
investigate
from?
in the pit for any kind of items that might have been with the bones?
Sure. Go ahead, roll.
Did I fail that with a 12?
There are many different. You start digging through it, and kind of pushing things aside until you find the stone bottom of the pit beneath the dirt. and the only thing you're finding in there is just this minerally dirt and these bones.
Ste'yn's going to use her Eyes of the Grave feature, which lets her know the location of any undead within 60 feet of her that isn't behind total cover or protected from divination magic.
Okay.
How deep is the pit? Sorry.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet deep. You probably, thankfully, do not get a sense of anything alive or undead, I should say.
Beau's gonna climb out of the pit.
You could probably do that well enough, knowing you.
And then you said there was a knife over here on this table?
A silver knife.
He's gonna
Looks like
grab
it's
the
stained.
knife.
Okay.
Anything going on in this pit?
Same thing. Or it looks similar anyway. That's the one that I imagine Ste'yn was looking at one and you were looking at the other.
Beau's gonna go in that pit and search for anything too.
Beau.
You carefully lower yourself into said pit. Do you have like rope or something, or someone helping you down? That's also fine.
He's just climbing down.
Ste'yn can push him in.
You feel back to your senses and you do offer to push him in.
I'm good. I just climb down.
Okay. You also
So Ste'yn
notice
isn't sad anymore.
Okay, so there's nothing of note.
Well,
even
you're
if
all the way out here. You can't
roll.
tell.
Even if I roll investigation, there's really nothing of note in these pits.
Looks like dirt and bones.
All right, he's
as
out.
if it were some kind of, looks like dirt and bones.
You know, maybe something we should take a look for is a creek or stream or something, so that we can clean ourselves up after this point.
I can create water to an extent.
Oh, well, that's handy.
If you're concerned about being clean.
I would like to be clean, so maybe once we get out of here.
I guess
For now, let's keep it moving.
Okay.
We won't be lacking for water, don't worry.
So you come up to another space where the cavern starts to fork. In that leftmost cavern, you look around and you don't seem to notice anything. It looks as if maybe it were just, I don't know, it could have just been just a standing space, but you don't notice any crates, you don't notice any items. It's just these torches are just there.
Right.
Viola, as you are heading up in the other direction, it does start to narrow. That cavern passage starts to narrow, so you could only go like one person at a time at a point. And it opens up into a very small chamber with a bench that is also broken, but that same looking wood. And you see it is at a dead end. You see across from that splintered bench, you see this elevated metal dish that seems to be on a metal pole that's bound into the ground. And you see soot stains surrounding the foot of that pole. And inside the bowl, you see two partially melted metal coins, 2 gold coins, partially melted in a pile of ash.
Doesn't really seem like there's anything exciting in here.
Is there any kind of writings?
Is there?
Give me an investigation check in here as well. If you are
And
entering
the coins were in the bowl.
They're in the
11.
bowl in a pile of ash.
21.
Ooh, nice.
21. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you... Okay. Oh, one other thing also is in front of that bench, you see this kind of worn-looking white like towel or something on the ground as well. You don't spot any writing just out and about. You do see maybe, I don't know, as you're looking at that gold that's in the dish and this bit of ash that's sitting in, just sticking up past where some of the ash is sitting, you do see some marks inside the bowl. If you were to move the ash aside, I'm not going to assume you want to touch it. If you're going to.
She'll like blow on it to try and like blow it out of the way.
The dust
So you're
blows
able
back
to
into
move
her
it.
face.
In another situation, I might have, but I think Viola's been through enough, poor girl. So you do manage to kind of blow the ash aside, and you see more of that similar scratchy writing that you don't know to read yourself.
Hey, there's some more writing right here. Do you have any paper or something so we can like do that rubbing thing again and try and copy it down. I don't know where Snow ran off to, and I don't have any paper.
Here, I mean, here, I could take it over to him.
You know where Snow is?
Well, I mean, imagine he's in the cave. Oh, actually, he's over in that corner. Or,
You
no,
don't
but, oh yeah, that's
know.
right, he's
Invisible.
invisible. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Invisible!
I mean,
I
I
haven't said a
imagine,
word. I have not made a sound. I am keeping concentration.
he'll show up eventually. Can I take a look at the bowl?
Yes, you may take a look at the
Well,
bowl.
I mean, she has it in her hands, so she has to pass it.
No, so the bowl is
It's
attached
like-
to the pole, which is attached to the ground.
It's attached to the. Oh, I see. He's gonna look at the bowl then.
Please, someone start singing the song. You know, the tree in the hole and the log and the at the bottom of the sea. You know,
There's
the
a hole
one.
in the bottom of the sea.
Thank
There's a
you.
hole in the
I
bottom.
really wanted to start singing. I'm like the comedic timing, and then I was like, I don't know it.
There's
But
some
yes.
gold in the bowl on the pole.
In the bottom
Gold
of
in the ash in the bowl on the pole. On the But yes,
in the
it
dark
is
ladies
attached.
pits.
In the unholy pit.
Would Ste'yn recognize this space as any sort of like ritual type thing or
Give me a religion
offering?
check.
Yay, that's what I was asking for.
Yes, ma'am.
Natural 20.
Yeah,
Guys,
there
our
we
girl
go.
is back. Yeah, she's not sad at all anymore. Now she's like in full on like this is my jam. I got this. This reminds you, and again, you're not completely certain, if only because it's not a deity type that you would know, but you get a similar sense to this being like a private ritual chamber, a private prayer area. So one or two people might fit on that bench. They might kneel while saying their prayers. It looks like it might be an offering type bowl. They might offer money or something. The ash concerns you, but it could have been incense. It could have been something sacrificed.
And the bowl says,
Are you looking at it?
yeah.
The bowl says, offer your worth.
Beau, Ste'yn, either one of you have any papers so we can get this down?
I probably do.
I do not have any paper.
I have playing cards. Oh, I have a book. I can take a page out of that for you.
So Viola will like put the paper up against the writing like she saw Snow doing, and then just kind of like take the ash and rub it across the paper to get it copied onto the paper.
All right.
So the bowl
Mark
is
me.
attached to the pole, right? You can't take it off.
Bowl and the pole and the stone
Yeah.
and the unholy temple at the bottom of the
Can you repeat what
Yes.
it meant again? Something worth or something?
offer your worth.
That bowl's probably for some sort of offering, private prayer, private ritual of sorts.
What do you think it means that this gold here looks busted?
Looks like it
It
might
looks
be
like-
melted or burned as part of a ritual. You can
How
Do you
how
think-
hot does something have to burn to melt gold?
I don't know an exact temperature, but rather hot. But it's unusual that you would burn gold for an offering, but this whole place is rather unusual.
Do you think maybe because it's unusual to put gold there that it had an adverse reaction?
I'm not sure I follow what you're saying.
So I'm saying
Is gold
like
an unusual offering?
if gold is unusual, maybe because they tried offering it, the god took offense.
Gold itself is a very normal,
Oh, so
Offering.
it is a normal offering. I thought you
but the
said
fact that it
Burning
is
it?
burned is what
Hmm.
makes me unsure.
But I was gonna put a gold coin in the bowl.
Okay.
Set it
Um,
on fire.
Ste'yn, are you still maintaining detect magic?
If it hasn't been more than 10 minutes, yes.
Oh,
So you're spamming it the same way that you would with guidance?
no,
no.
it's a concentration spell that
Oh,
lasts
okay.
for
Yeah.
10 minutes once cast.
Have you been stopping to recast, or you let it go because?
She would have let it go because
Okay.
I don't know if it's worth, after the crown thing, I don't know if she would have bothered recasting it.
Gotcha. I was just curious if you were still seeing just everything lit up. Okay.
No, but that tells me
Um,
everything is set up.
I mean, but now that you said no, it's up to you. Beau, nothing happens.
okay, he's gonna take the gold piece back.
Ste'yn will cast Detect Good and Evil.
You cast Detect Evil and Good. Are you casting it? Is it a ritual or you spent the spell slot?
It's a spell slot.
Okay. The moment that you activate the spell, your mind pings. It's sharp, which for someone like you is noteworthy. It tells you of a fiendish presence. You turn to where it is, and you're staring at Viola again.
Oh,
Ste'yn is going to take a step back.
How do you tell your friend that they're a fiend?
Is that like a chicken soup for the
Yeah,
soul?
chicken soup for the soul. 10 easy steps.
Tell your friend you might be.
how to tell your friends they are a fiend.
I'm sorry.
Just
Whew,
say
bring
it.
it back. So you're looking at Viola, and you can sense again from off of her armor, off of that strange little residue spot you had noticed earlier, is where it's coming from.
Ste'yn's just going to quietly say, almost a whisper, like she's trying not to talk to Viola, but to whatever presence this is that she can sense. I know you're there, and leave my friend alone. Or she doesn't want to scare Viola.
Does
but she's
Beau
not sure
hear
what else
this?
I was gonna say, do we hear her?
Yeah.
Are you trying to remain unheard?
Yes.
Give us a stealth.
Oh, it's not a disadvantage because it's not with her armor.
What are your passive perceptions? It'll be against your passive perceptions.
It's an 18.
Well, it's higher
Ooh.
than that.
14.
Okay. You whisper this. You don't get a response.
Cool.
Well,
Good
if
to
there's
know.
nothing else to look at in here, are we ready to go back upstairs?
I suppose, though, this was kind of disappointing.
No, I thought there'd be more down here, to be honest.
Yeah, we could have cleared this all up yesterday, but we digress.
Okay, Beau, you almost died yesterday, so...
I said we digress.
Digress.
I heard it too.
A very grave matter death it is.
Hmm.
Where
Okay,
are you
let's
headed?
go.
So you're going back upstairs?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if we have to move our tokens all the way there or not.
Okay. And how long is the concentration? It lasts 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Oh, is
Okay.
it still there?
Detect evil and good? Yeah, she's going to keep it up as they're
I,
going.
I
Yeah,
was
she's-
thinking it was disguise self. I mean, not disguise self, the other one for a second. I forgot you did that.
Does she detect anything else as they
Oh.
move?
No, the rest of this. I mean, the whole thing, I'm trying to imagine what she would say is desecrated, but I don't think this would be considered.
Well, I think desecration means that it was meant for something holy and then got
And then
distorted.
something-
So if
Yeah.
it was originally meant for something evil, then I don't really think that's desecration.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's what
That
I would say
usually
too.
refers to the hollow spell as well. Normally, that kind of thing is specific to D&D,
Okay.
referring
Gotcha,
to the
gotcha.
hollow.
So you make your way back upstairs.
Huh, I thought,
As you.
oh, I was just going to say, he gets up like, thought we'd see snow up here.
Haven't seen them in a few minutes. Snow?
It lasts for an hour.
And I'm keeping it.
Well, I
Um,
could go back down and double check. Maybe he went back down to the blood fountain place.
Do you think he might have?
I mean, he could have. I could go down and check.
Might be wise to do so. I don't see him anywhere.
Do
Up
we
here.
remember, or did we see the first time in session 0 when he turned invisible? Would we remember that he can do that? I can't even remember if we saw him do it the first time.
I mean,
You
I
s-
didn't hide when I
Yeah.
cast invisibility on me. Y'all were all right there, so y'all would have seen me there, and then
Those two were this time around. Those two were distracted purposefully. You did it while those two were distracted. Viola may have, but I mean, she doesn't have to have per se. But you have seen. I mean, you did see him go invisible back when you were helping Perula Jade.
Yeah.
You did see that much.
I'm just gonna suggest that maybe Snow's running around here somewhere and we just can't see him for some reasons of those little fun magic things that he likes to do. Just throwing that out there.
So, should we not check, or do you want me to go check?
I'm not super worried about Snow. I think he's a pretty smart guy.
Ste'yn?
I could go either way. If you want to go check, go check. But if Kassie says, shoot, I keep saying the wrong name.
She needs more coffee. She needs more caffey. She needs more coffee.
Sorry. Viola says he's okay. I'm inclined to believe that as well. She hasn't given me reason to not believe her.
And as you guys are determining this, and you're wondering and debating and such, give me a perception check, please.
So much perception. Maybe I should make this an expertise.
16?
Nah, don't
18.
do that. I see Viola, Snow, and Beau.
Ste'yn rolled a 13.
Snow and Beau. Snow because you're not distracted by all their conversation, and Beau because you're just definitely not worried about Snow. Everything's fine. Look, whatever you decide to do, you decide to do. So you're more observant. You know that you guys had gone down and it was evening, right? It was getting on, well, there was still light. It was still like earlier in the evening. You notice that it's a bit darker than maybe you expected it to be. Just maybe the sun's sitting a little low, or maybe, I don't know, maybe some shadow, something. Just seems a little darker than it maybe your brain kind of anticipated it being when you got back up for how much time is spent down there.
Is it about to rain? Do you think? He's gonna look outside.
You go outside, and it is not. It looks like a beautiful late summer evening. Nice velvety, well, coming on to be velvety sky. Only a very gentle breeze. But you also hear voices. Something like you hear distant voices. It doesn't sound animalistic like a call or anything. It sounds more like people speaking somewhere in the distance. Voices elevated enough that you're able to hear. At least that they are speaking.
Can he
Not
understand what they're
immediately the
saying?
words. Not immediately. But it does sound like they're moving closer.
I want to stealth back to the bow bush.
Go for it.
He's gonna close
The
the
bow
door.
bush.
He's gonna like gesture for them to be quiet, and then he's gonna sneak to the bow bush.
You wait it out. What are the others doing while he's waiting? Are you guys just stopping the same you did before when the animals were there?
Mm-hmm. Just standing there being quiet, waiting for him to report back.
There's a window that Snow can look out of. He's going to.
I'm
know-
sure there is.
Well, I know that there
I
was
think you
no
said there
windows up here, because that's why Beau went back outside last time. I don't think you remember to actually make windows.
You know, it's a hovel. Maybe they just don't have windows.
They just don't have a full roof either. That's how we knew.
Yeah,
It
you can
was-
hear it like that.
Ste'yn will stand by the door, ready to brace it closed or open it quickly if Beau needs to come back inside.
She braces it for when Beau runs back and he just slams into the wall.
You listen and you wait. You hear the voices getting closer. As they're getting closer, you notice that it sounds more like a strategic back and forth. You think you hear someone saying something along the lines of like, clear, or nope, or nothing. And then you hear another voice that sounds very familiar. And you hear the voice saying, well, don't give up that easily. They're not stupid, and neither are you. So keep looking. And through the tree line, you see a woman approaching. Hair is pulled back, white hair pulled back in a ponytail, in this blue stained leather armor, coming up through the trees towards this hovel, looking about. Steady movements, relatively, as she's looking between the hovel and out up towards the broken down temple. You see Captain Nora Isalin coming through the tree line.
Wait, so nobody else has seen her do that?
You're the only one outside with that vision, with that view.
I want to sneak up behind her.
Dude.
Attempt to, anyway.
We all learn. It's fine.
Hey, I mean, he's not
We
done.
learn.
He's not done testing his superiors.
Oh no, of course he's not. So yeah, go ahead and roll.
Stealth.
You rolled your stealth.
17.
Okay.
Let me know if that's a fail.
Sure, I will. I have such things for such occasions.
So she got a 17, so I just need to get one higher than that. Check it out! You got
one. So just one higher.
All right, so
So
that's
yeah.
a pass.
no.
So that uses one of his slots for that. He's one down.
So you see her approaching, and you sneak up. You don't suspect that she notices you as she's heading towards the hovel.
He's just gonna tap her on the shoulder.
Okay.
Does she react?
Yes.
That's what he's
you
waiting
not
on.
Loading.
No, I'm just wondering why Beau wants to die.
Dumb ways to die.
Die. So many dumb ways to die. You tap her shoulder, and in this swift movement you weren't expecting, you find a pistol against your forehead. Before she sees it's you. And she freezes a moment. Before
That's how he
she
waves
puts
at
it back.
her.
Then
Hello.
you're at least alive, that's good to know. And like her other hand is on her chest.
Oh, are you startled?
Relieved.
He's going to move aside from the pistol aim. What brings you here now? If I'm understanding, you guys weren't showing up until tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Beau, you were expected 2 days ago.
What?
Where are the others?
Ah.
Well, they're in the cabin. We've been here.
Well, I don't...
Are you confused, maybe?
Oh, assuredly not. But I think... we need to have a conversation.
Is somebody else with you?
Yes, there are guards that came with me. We were looking for you. As I said, you were meant to be back 2 days ago.
You didn't want to come back on the first day we were missing?
And I'm glad to know you're well enough. Maybe we should go inside.
Hi.
She's looking about. So she goes with you back inside into the hovel.
I mean, admittedly, we
And lets
don't
them in.
know where Snow is right now, but beyond that, we're here. We were just discussing going to go look for him, actually.
Captain Nora.
She oversees, she looks at all of you here. She actually reaches back out the door and blows a whistle and then comes back inside. Well, I hope there's an explanation since you seem well enough.
What is going on?
So she thinks we were due back 2 days ago.
We lost track of time.
It appears so. And
Well-
that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ah. Oh my gosh.
Weird.
What are you going to call this one? Waste of time?
Yes. Definitely. Session 7. A waste of time. Oh, but waste is also like toxic waste with all the blood and all the... Oh my gosh.
Who knows what else?
Oh my goodness. What the heck? Anyway. Well, this was exciting. This was fun.
Oh, I was gonna ask Josh before we leave, does he want to read Beau's poem to the group?
Do you want to read this poem while I set up the raid?
I will let you if you really want to, but I still think it's more fun to leave them in the dark.
Well,
that's just me being
I would have-
the
I would
DM
agree.
who likes
okay, how
to
about
keep
this,
secrets.
Bren? Why don't you look at it and you decide?
Oh,
I
I
sent
read
it to
it.
you. Okay, what is your decision as the DM?
I'd say leave it. I'd say let us stew.
No, no.
It's fun to keep secrets.
It is fun to keep secrets.
Ste'yn and
Sometimes.
Viola had to a plan to pickpocket. The
Basically,
note
so that
from
means
school.
everything that was written down in this session, one person knew what it meant at a time, basically. Because-
The common thread of a lot of my recent D&D situations have been just lack of communication. So I'm used to it at this point.
well, there's accidental lack of communication, but then there's purposeful lack of communication. So I think we're more purposeful than accidentally bad at communicating.
I mean, yeah, no, you guys
Are
are.
we even
Yeah.
good at purposely communicating when we try?
I think we communicate what we want to communicate, and I don't think we.
Sure.
Or something like that.
But do we?
Do we though? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are so much fun. This has been a blast. I was so excited because it'd been over 2 weeks, and I'm like, we're getting back in. And you know what else is happening? They're going into the cave, and I know what that means, and they don't. And that's where we're ending our session. Thank you guys so much for joining us at the table. Welcome to our new followers and our raiders. We are so glad that you guys have coming along for the ride. And to our subscribers and donors, thank you for funding these adventures so we never run out of healing potions. And to make sure you guys never miss a moment, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, on our YouTube channel at Tales from the Catacombs, where all of our sessions are saved for posterity. And last, a particularly huge thank you to my players, David, who plays Beau and streams on Twitch under You Hate to See It, Catherine, who plays Ste'yn and dabbles in her various geek circles on Twitter and Instagram under A Catholic Geek, Kassie, who plays Viola. She can be found on Instagram under Coffee, Koffeeh, and Josh, who plays Snow, and you can wave to him when you find him right here with us. I am Brenna. I am your storyteller for this adventure. We'll see you back here next time. Safe travels until we meet again.